As tensions mount in the Indo-Pacific region, a Chinese PLA aircraft is once again said to have fired military flares in front of a Canadian military helicopter over international waters in the South China Sea. The risk to a helicopter in that instance is the flares moving into the rotor blades or the engines, so this was categorized as unsafe, non-standard, and unprofessional. Royal Canadian Navy frigate HMCS Ottawa onboard Air Officer Major Rob Millen said. The Sikorsky Cyclone helicopter was flying off the flight deck of HMCS Ottawa. Speaking to CNN from aboard the warship, Millen said Ottawa's helicopter had two interactions with Chinese People's Liberation Army Navy's J-11 fighter aircraft over international seas on October 29, the second of which saw the fighters approach as close as 100 feet from the chopper. He claimed that although Chinese aircraft had frequently approached fixed-wing planes of Canada and other countries, such an action against a helicopter was unusual. The first incident occurred in international seas in the northern South China Sea, 34 miles from the Paracel Islands complex, and the second outside a 23-mile radius around the Paracels, over international waters. At the time, the cruiser was sailing some 100 miles, or about 160 kilometers east of the Paracels, in international seas. According to officers on board the Ottawa warship, the two incidents happened when the Canadian helicopter was looking for a submarine that had been spotted earlier. Millen told the publication that he was piloting the Canadian helicopter earlier in the day when it was caught by Chinese J-11s at close range. It was returning toward Ottawa at 3,000 feet above the lake, flying straight and level and giving no indication that it was hostile. Millen claimed that during the previous encounter, the Chinese fighters circled his helicopter. When the intercepting aircraft was closer and closer, at a certain point, it became unsafe, he said. According to Millen, his helicopter encountered turbulence after leaving the Chinese planes, endangering the copter. The helicopter can function below 200 feet, but it is very uncomfortable for fast air fighter jets, according to Millen, who concluded the encounter by dropping below that altitude.